Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Media Byte channel. And today we are actually going to be discussing something that has been coming up recently. I've been seeing it pop up more recently, and something I just want to kind of talk about. So first off, before we jump into this, I want to mention my podcasts that I have. /It will be running up soon. It's a horror movie podcast. The Media Byte podcast is kind of games and movies, and the Exploring Cinema podcast is exploring cinema movies. Today, this series that we're running right now is about Quentin Tarantino. It's once every 2 weeks. Tomorrow, if you're watching this on Sunday, the second episode will be coming out that's about Pulp Fiction, and then as I am recording this, am tomorrow going to, Saturday, going to be discussing Jackie Brown, and that'll be 2 weeks after you see Pulp Fiction. So that is kind of how these podcasts are going to be kind of going. And yes, if you want to, you can find us on everywhere that you could possibly imagine seeing and listening to podcasts. So let's get into what I'm going to be talking about today. So I have been seeing a lot more about the Odyssey, which is Christoper Nolan's next film, which looks and sounds really, really cool, especially when you consider just how much effort and details are going into making the Odyssey work perfectly. So of course this has been done 1,000 times before. This story has been told 1,000,000 times, but this is going to be probably one of the best, one of the most let's say accurate version of this story, since it came from Homer in friggin' 80 BC or whatever it was. And I think something really cool about this is they're filming where these stories were meant to take place at, which is really, really interesting. I mean, it's got a cast of characters. It's got a wild cast, and I am really excited to see this movie because I think this might be the best version of the Odyssey since Homer's version of it. We don't know a lot yet about specifics and kind of what's going on and what's going to happen in the story, how truthful and how faithful he's going to be to the direct film. But I mean, don't know why he would change much from the original Odyssey, but it'll be really cool. I hope people will go in and then read the original text, not the original text, but translated texts, and just to kind of see where that story goes. And I hope that this kind of leads people into being more interested in older texts and original stories and kind of where things come from, like the hero's journey and things like that, where those stories kind of come from. So that is all I have for you today. I just kind of want to bring that attention. If you didn't know it was happening, it's happening. It's Christoper Nolan's next film. It should be coming out next year, so 2026 if you're watching this not in this year. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, follow us on all those podcasts, anywhere you want to listen to podcasts. It's the Media Byte Podcast Network, so find that on your streaming platforms, and make sure you give us some good ratings if you wouldn't mind. So thank you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.